Okay, so you're planning that big Disneyland trip, and you're stuck in that classic hotel dilemma, right? You want something a little nicer than a basic motel, but you're definitely not trying to spend a fortune on one of the super fancy resorts. It's that tricky middle ground, so where do you even start looking?
Well, that's what our Disneyland Hotel Diaries series is all about. And today, we're taking a really close look at a hotel that, honestly, on paper, looks like it could be the perfect solution. We're talking about the Hyatt Place at Anaheim Resort. I mean, think about it. It's a brand you know, it's right near the parks, and this is the big one. It's got free breakfast. What's not to love?
But you and I both know that what you see online isn't always the full picture. So what's the real story with this place? That's what we're here to find out. In this explainer, we're going to cover all the big stuff. We'll look at the location, like how you actually get to the park. Then we're going to peek inside the rooms. We'll balance out the best parts with, well, the not so great parts. And at the end, we'll give you the final verdict to help you figure out if this is the right hotel for your crew. Sound good? Let's dive in.
All right, let's start with the big one, location. Is it a walk or a shuttle ride away? Because when it comes to a Disney trip, location is just everything, isn't it? It completely changes your morning rush, whether you can pop back for a nap, and how dead you feel dragging yourself back at night.
So yeah, the Hyatt Place is close, but how close is really close? You know, when you've got tired kids or it's the end of the day and your feet are just done, the question isn't just can you get there, it's how painful is it going to be?
Okay, so you basically have two main ways to do it. Option one, you can just walk it. People who've stayed there say it's about a 20 to 25-minute trek to the park gates. Option two, you can take a little walk over to the Toy Story parking lot and grab the free Disney shuttle from there.
Now, that shuttle option, it has a secret weapon, a huge perk. You go through security right there at the Toy Story lot, before you even get to the park entrance. That means you get to skip those massive winding security lines at the main plaza. Seriously, that can be a game changer. The downside, of course, is you're still waiting in line for a bus. So like one guest said, you kind of have to pick your poison. Okay, so you've survived the park, you're back at the hotel. Let's talk about what's waiting for you inside the room. Are we talking spacious retreat or something else? Okay, this right here might be the hotel's #1 best feature. The rooms are big, and if you're traveling with your family, that is a total game changer. People absolutely rave about the family suites, especially the ones with bunk beds, and a door that actually separates the kids' sleeping area from yours. I mean, come on, a little privacy at bedtime? You can't put a price on that.
But, and there's always a but, isn't there? This is where the story gets a little messy. Literally. Because when you dig into what people are actually saying in their reviews, you see the same things pop up again and again. Words like mixed cleanliness and housekeeping issues. So what does that really look like? And, well, a picture is worth 1,000 words. These are actual photos from guests showing what they found when they pulled back the covers. It's one thing to read about a review, but it's another thing entirely to see it. This really shows you that inconsistency people are talking about. And this guest review from just a little while ago really says it all. To my disgust and surprise, there was a big stain on the queen bed fitted sheet. Yikes. And what makes it even worse is they said that when they told the front desk, they didn't seem to care. That's a whole other level of problem right there. Hey, real quick, if this deep dive is helping you figure out your trip, do me a quick favor and hit that like and subscribe button. It honestly helps us a ton and lets us make more of these explainers for you. Thanks so much. Okay, let's get back to it. All right, this is maybe the most important part. Let's talk trade-offs. We're going to pit the perks against the quirks, the good versus the not so good. First up, a huge perk, that free breakfast. And we're not talking about some sad muffins and coffee. People say it's a full-on hot breakfast, which can seriously save you a bunch of money and get you out the door faster. The only catch? It's popular. So be prepared for a bit of a chaotic scene in the breakfast room during the morning rush. Okay, now for the biggest, let's call it a quirk. Brace yourself. $46.80. That's not the room rate. That's what one guest recently reported paying for one night of parking. Per night. Think about that for a second. All that money you just saved on breakfast, poof, gone. And you don't have to take my word for it. Look at what this guest had to say. Borderline robbery. I mean, that's pretty strong language. When you see stuff like that over and over in reviews, you know it's a real issue for people. So let's just lay it all out, side by side. On the good side, the perks, you've got that awesome free breakfast,
those super spacious family rooms, a friendly staff, which is always a plus, and the handy Toy Story shuttle. But you're balancing that against the quirks, that absolutely wild parking fee, the gamble on cleanliness, some people saying the walls are thin and the rooms are loud, and a pool that's apparently on the small side.
Okay, so we've looked at the location, the rooms, the good and the bad. Let's put it all together. The big question, is this hotel right for you?
So who is this hotel perfect for? Well, I'd say it's a fantastic choice if you're a family, and that extra space, especially a separate room for the kids, is your top priority. It's also a great pick if you know your family will crush that free hot breakfast every single morning. And of course, if you're a big Hyatt fan with points to burn or you're in town for the convention center, the location is a no-brainer.
On the flip side, you might want to keep scrolling if you're watching every penny, because that parking fee is a true budget buster. Also, if you're a light sleeper, those comments about noise from the street and thin walls should be a major warning sign. And look, if you're someone who just needs to know your room will be spotless, the risk here might be too stressful. But hey, if you decide this is the spot for you, here are 3 quick tips to make your stay even better. Number 1, definitely use that Toy Story shuttle. It'll save your feet and get you past security faster. Number 2, when you check in, ask for a room on the back of the hotel away from the main road. It could make a huge difference for noise. And 3, as soon as you get in your room, just do a quick look over. Check the sheets, check the bathroom. Make sure you're happy with it from the get-go. So at the end of the day, it really boils down to this. Is a big room and a free breakfast worth a massive parking fee? And let's be honest, a bit of a gamble on how clean your room will be. That's the choice you have to make. Only you know what's most important for your family's trip. I hope this helped. Thanks for tuning in.